good, everybody? It's your boy Chill.
And it's your boy Will.
And this is the Pull Up Podcast.
With Chill Will.
Sir.
Hey, it's episode 12, y'all, and we still doing this.
Episode 12, bro. Hey, man. 12.
Yeah, man. Hey, we want y'all to like, rate, and review, you know what I'm saying, before we get into the podcast like we usually do. We appreciate all your reviews. We appreciate all your help with the podcast, and we appreciate you for being here each and every Tuesday, rocking with us, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, I don't know, has anybody been giving any, feedback, constructive feedback in the comments, something that they would like to hear, things that they would like to see.
I ain't been seeing it too much in the
differently.
comments, but yeah, man, if y'all got some, I've been talking to people though. People been chopping it up with me, telling me how they enjoy the podcast.
Leave us some comments, man.
Yeah.
Talk to us. What do you like? What do you not like? We might not use what you're talking about, but we might.
That's true. We might.
If it makes things better.
We might get into it.
We
might get into it. But while we get into it, man, let's get into some pause. Yes, that was a good one.
Top of the show. At the top of the show, it's already happening.
Hey. Let's get into this podcast.
I want to give a quick shout out.
Go ahead, give you a quick shout out.
I want to give a shout out to quitters.
To quitters?
To people that don't do what they say they're going to
do. Wait, why? Wait, why?
It'll hit you later.
It'll hit me later? Dang.
It'll hit you later.
Did I miss something?
No.
Dang.
It'll hit you. It's going to hit you. Let's keep going.
All right, well, I'm going to sip my...
We're going to talk about it after it's all over with. You're going to be like, oh, that's what you was talking about.
Dang. It's because I cussed?
Nah, Doc, no. Don't overthink it. I'll let you know.
All right. Well, shit, I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss right off the top. I don't know what we talking about. Now I'm just stuck in like, oh shit.
Nah, so look, I'm gonna start it off because I wanted to talk about this. I wanted to talk about, we talked about this earlier. I want to talk about you, man. Like, there's people that's watching this that know us, but there's also people that are watching this that don't know us. And They don't know all of what you do and who you are. You know what I'm saying? So, and same vice versa for me. So we're gonna talk about you, man. What got you to this point? So you're an artist.
Facts.
That's how we met in church, but
facts.
But beyond that, you're an artist. So let's talk about your artistry, man. Who is Yo That's Will?
Okay. All right. Well, shit. Let's get into it then. That's a surprise to me, but I don't mind talking about myself.
Yeah.
I'm an artist, man. I've been an artist for a minute. It feels like I'm an artist. I'm a producer. I'm a record man. I make records. I make songs that people can dance to. I'm a record producer. So in the most purest of forms, I feel like.
So what is it that made you want to be an artist? I mean, we could go through the producer thing and the whole thing.
Yeah.
But let's go one by. What made you want to be an artist? And what was that the first thing that you wanted? Was it the music that came first, or was it the artistry that came first in terms of your desire?
I think it always was. I think it was always the artistry.
Okay, so
yeah, I think it was. I think, like I told y'all last time, like I used to be in the basement with my with the Michael Jackson tapes, getting it right, and then it was just so inspiring to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like, hey, this is a guy who was getting it from a kid, and I was a kid, so thinking to myself like, damn, I could get it like this, if I could just be as talented or learn something, so it just kind of sparked my interest into artistry. And then shout out to my homeboy Chris Mitchell, man. When I was back in college, you know what I'm saying, him and I, we used to go run all over the city of Houston, man, all over the place, just gigging everywhere that we possibly could. The Red Cat, Sambuca, We used to go to this spot called Midtown Lounge that we used to set on fire every time we used to go to that joint. You know what I'm saying? I used to go and host shows while I was in college. Like I go up there and like sing like 8 songs in between other people that's singing. You know what I'm saying? So like I used to do all kinds of stuff like that before I came out to Atlanta, and I kind of was in that mode of like, all right, well, I'm starting to get a good response from these people. How can I build on this? You know what I'm saying? How can I make this better? Because my crazy ass scientist mind always works that way. I want to figure out how to build on top of something. Mm-hmm. So pause.
That wasn't really a pause.
That's not really a pause.
Nah, that wasn't really a pause.
All right, rewind, head ass. But I always wanted to build on top of something. So, I decided to come out to Atlanta because I felt like at the time and still, Atlanta was a mecca. It was like a mecca for black music. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I ended up, kind of getting into my artist bag. And, I was kind of raised in and around the church. You know what I'm saying? So I started going to church, especially when I got out here, and worship leading and stuff like that, performing on stage. Because, like I said, for y'all that don't know, we out there performing. Like, this is a performance. You know what I'm saying? You got to turn it on. They want you to turn it on. You know what I'm saying? Each and every Sunday. And it's good practice. It's good practice, though. But, like I said, it was good practice. It taught me a lot about how to get it in those settings in front of people that don't know anything about you. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, it's like a drug. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a drug. When you're up there and you perform and you get an opportunity to perform at your best. You know what I'm saying? And people can really see like, okay, this is what came from your mind. This is how this is the product that this person has. I mean, like, shit, when we did the last gig at Smith's Old Bar, man, I'm fiending to do another one, man, because it was just it was a great show.
It was dope.
And it's a great show because we're great. Like, we're great at what we do. I don't care. I'm gonna say it, like, because we work hard for it. We deserve to pat ourselves on the back.
Humbly and respectfully speaking, yes, absolutely.
I feel like I'm great at what I do. I feel like you're great and amazing at what you do. And when we come together, it's really amazing. And you know what I'm saying? And not enough people be there, quite frankly. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion,
it's all good though.
But ultimately we work towards those things. You know what I'm saying? To build and spread and make it more of what it is. But I'm always want to be an artist. But we can get off of me.
Well, I want to talk about your transition, man, because I've been knowing you for a while, and so I'll go and so we talk. I could talk about from the first track that you let me hear, and I was like, man, not yet.
Trash.
I mean,
It's trash.
But to look at where you started from the production standpoint to now, because I couldn't have. I mean, and I'm just keeping it 100 because it is what it is, man. It's just a beautiful thing of growth to just be around somebody long enough to see how they change and see how even the relationship changed. Because it wasn't happening then. When it was supposed to, and you just keep growing and growing, bro.
Man,
so
I appreciate that.
In that, in your artistry and in your production, but as well, I mean, I remember when you didn't even know nothing about mixing, and now you a straight up engineer in one of the dopest studios
Thanks, man.
in the city. Like how did you do that?
Shit.
Like, what made you decide? You know what?
Strong
I'm gonna do
woman
this.
behind me. Strong woman holding me down.
Shout out to
Lila.
I want to give it a shout out.
Shout out to Mrs. P. Shout out to Lila. I just, so the pandemic came. Honestly, right before the pandemic, bro, I don't know how it was going for you, but for me, it was like amazing. Like right before the pandemic, shit was going the right direction. Everything was amazing. It's not to say that shit is not going in the right direction now, but like you said, it just is. Yeah. Things were just
for what it's worth.
Things were just they were in a really cool space. Yeah, in a really cool space. It was the first time that I had been a part of a tour, and it was like a tour that I was a part of. Shout out to Brody and Ignatius and Yana and Rob Minger. We were all on this tour together. We were all on this tour together. And I don't want to say ironically, but it was actually the last time my mother ever saw me perform, and it was for my birthday. So I wanted to do a show in Houston on my birthday. Shout out to Brody, like I said, he helped me make that happen. They didn't have to go to Houston; they added Houston to the tour because I really wanted to go see my mom's and have her give her opportunity. And luckily, that was the last picture. It's a picture I got on my phone right now. Like, it's the last picture I took with my mom. You know what I'm saying? It was at that show. So, right before the pandemic, things were really great with the career going in the right direction as an artist. And then everything shut down and we couldn't perform and we couldn't do anything and I'm just not the type to, like I might be in my head for a little while, but I'm gonna snap out of it and I'm gonna get back with it. Mm-hmm. And it took me a little while to be like, all right, if I can't perform, I can do something else. I'm in front of this computer all the time now. Shit, I can produce and write and engineer behind this computer. Like, I think I have the aptitude to do it. And it just so happened, man, if I'm being honest with you, it was one of those fate things. Right after my mom passed, I went up to go kick with my homegirl Kyra Korchak. Shout out to Kyra. I went to go kick with my homegirl Kyra, and Kyra, I don't think she quite worked at the studio. She used to intern at the studio at the time. Now she's one of the managers there, but at the time she had interned, but it was like in a space where she wasn't interning anymore. But she went up there to go drop something off, and I went with her, and I just so happened to go with her. I was really on some like, I'm about to go home, and I just at the last minute changed my mind. I was like, I'll go with you, and so I came with her to the studio. Ran into the studio's owner, Nick, who's gonna be on the show one of these days. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nick Chabal.
Yes, sir.
And when we were there, man, he was just like chopping it up. It was kind of crazy. There was a guy that was there that had came from like the night before, and he was like on some kind of drugs or some shit like that. And he was really on one. And he had booked some studio time and just kept extending. And we they kind of figured out that he was trying to just have a place to stay for the night. Wow. Because he had apparently like Ubered into town type shit. Like, he was on some weird kind of time. And obviously off some drugs. So, you know what I'm saying? So Nick saw my big ass and was like, yeah, hey, I need your help. And I was like, all right, yeah, I got you. I'll walk with you over there, you know what I'm saying? Make sure everything's, on the one. And you know what I'm saying? And I guess he just was like, fuck with me because I was like, yeah, I'm with you. I'll ride with you over there real quick. Wow. What's up? And because I ain't no pussy, you know what I'm saying? I was like, what's up? And you know what I'm saying? So
we'll get to it if I need to.
I will get to it. Hey, you know what I'm saying? The shirt say be kind. That's really me talking to myself.
A gentle reminder.
And anyway, so and in that moment, he was getting ready to build out the suite that's actually there now. It's an amazing suite that he built out over there, and we all kind of had a small part to play in that. So it was kind of amazing to have like put my hands on the foundations of that space. Is kind of amazing. But anyway, that was the reason why I started there. He was like, yo, I said to him, I was like, yo, do you need any kind of help? Like, what you need? You know what I'm saying? I just want to be a part. Mm-hmm. He was like, yeah, man, come back on Monday and let's see if we can get you started. And I came back on Monday. He chopped it up with me, and that was it. Like, I took off from there, and I stayed around. And it was a tumultuous time at first, you know what I'm saying? But it's been going in the right direction. And just boys been getting more and more clients and working with more and more people, because for me it was just about, honestly, it was about survival. And then it kind of turned into, goddamn, I'm pretty good at this shit. And didn't surprise me because I'm musical.
You get better and better.
I appreciate it. You know, I'm musical and I know computers well. You know what I mean? So it's like, it just kind of makes sense. And I'm also an artist, so you know, I know what an artist is thinking. You know, I'm in your head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when I know what the finished product needs to sound like. I'm already there. I just got to get you to do what you need to do so we can get there. Right. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of artists, bro? What kind of artists do you run into in the studio?
Oh man, I run into all kinds of artists, man. I run into all kinds of artists.
Like characters. You got characters. You got.
Hell yeah. I got all kinds. I don't even know if I want to. Some of these guys, man, you know what I'm saying? I you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Yo, hey, they just tickle me, dog. They just tickle me, but they cool people, man. They cool people, dog. I got a couple of them that's like, you know, I don't know. I slick want to shout them out, but I don't. Because I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to talk bad about anybody.
No,
but
of course.
No, I fuck with every last one of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You get like you know, a lot of rappers, singers. Is it more rappers and singers?
I get a little bit. I get
females,
all
males,
of it.
All of it.
I get all of it, bro. I get all of it. I get rappers. I get singers. I get podcasts. I get, you know, if I get voice demos. If it deals with a mic and a computer, you know what I'm saying, and recording some shit, I do it. You know what I mean?
Is the sound the sound, like you get all these different artists that you work with? Does everything sound the same, or is there uniqueness to each of these artists?
Man, you know, that's the crazy thing, right? Like, so some people come in sounding like a formula, like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like they come in trying to sound like certain people.
Yeah.
It ain't always hitting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think it's not a slight to anybody, but sometimes people think, you know, they might overestimate their abilities. You know what I'm saying? And they may not just be there yet, but you know what I'm saying? They're coming, but they just might not be there yet. Mm-hmm. And they have to understand what it is to learn those things, right? To get there.
To grow, to get better.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
But, you know, I feel like everybody's you know, talented in their own right. But every now and again, I get like some dope people, some dope talent, like
the special ones.
Yeah, like some talented folks. Like I recorded a female R&B artist the other day. Well, I'm gonna try to see if I plugged us already because she was like, yeah, I'm just looking for producers and, you know, that really can produce. And I was like, Chill, we got you.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? I got a production partner. His name is TLee. And together we are CHILLW Productions.
Who is he?
Stop playing with me. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? But she's super talented.
Okay.
Man. She sounds great.
Dope.
I mean, she sounds amazing.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? Sounds like what's kind of like already on the radio though.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only thing with certain people like that, right? Like, you know, you sound amazing. And they will all, at times sound amazing, but if you sound so close to somebody else, do you think that's a help or a hindrance? You know what I'm saying?
You gotta find your niche, man. You gotta find some kind of. There always has to be something that's just gonna stand out, because otherwise you're just gonna end up lost in the shuffle because you sound like everybody else.
Real easy.
You know, I mean, you take somebody like her, like. She has that mellow thing like a lot of these girls, but she found a way to make it her own.
Right.
So she sticks out. SZA, like, they stick out.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got their own things.
Yeah.
Even though they doing the same thing.
Yeah. Man, and you know, and some people just don't want to embrace their sound. Like, and I'm a victim to that. We were talking about that earlier. You know what I'm saying?
You have
it's
to.
Like I used to get mad. People be like, "Oh man, you sound like an old school singer. You sound like a da 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 da." And I used to hate when people were like, "Cause I'm not that." And then I had to just accept it and be like, you know what? All right, if that's what I sound like, then I'm gonna be the coolest motherfucking old school sounding ass nigga that you ever heard in your life.
Here's the question though: who's doing it?
You know know what I'm saying? Nobody.
I don't hear nobody.
Splash.
I don't hear anyone doing it, man.
Water. You niggas ain't on what I'm on. You ain't on what we on. Come on now. Y'all can't come on, man.
They don't know about it.
Come on, dog.
They don't know about it. They don't know about it.
Do we need to take a break? All right. We're going to take a break real quick, y'all, and we're going to get back into it, man. We talked about me the entire time. We about to talk about TLee a little bit more, man, because I got a shot. We got to talk about the master. We'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
So, T, we back. I know you are a musician, a producer, an aspiring motivator, a fitness guru. You know what I mean?
I do what I can.
You know what I'm saying? Tell us a little bit about how you like what inspires you, you know what I'm saying? Like how did you get into, like, tell us a little bit about your journey.
I'm just a music kid, man. My parents said I was playing drums when I was 2.
Oh, snap.
I started playing in my grandparents' quartet group. I was playing drums at the quartet group, they said, when I was like 2 or 3 years old.
Right.
Of course, I couldn't, you know, I'm standing up. Like, I don't even know how I was reaching the hi-hat. I don't know. Actually, I think they have some video of me doing that. I need to find that. But I did that, man, and I grew up playing drums. I played drums till I was probably like 15 years old. Right. And then, you know, my daddy always had keyboards. So my dad played 3 instruments. He played bass, keys, and then he played drums. But bass was his main instrument. So it was the music equipment all in the house, you know. Had a room in the back that was just like the tapes and the record player, and I would just go back there and close the door and just play drums all day.
Right.
And then I think around like 15, I started getting an interest in playing keys. And I had a little keyboard that my granddad gave me that I would just play around on it every now and then. Finally, I learned the song, and I would play that song. Bro, like verbatim, and just over and over and over and over and over and over again, just because it was the only thing I knew.
How old was you?
I was, I think I learned that particular song when I was probably like 12 or 13.
Oh, damn.
Because I started playing for real when I was 15. That's when I started playing in church. So I started out on the organ at church.
And you never played in any kind of band arrangement or anything like that?
Beforehand?
Yeah.
Nah.
Like high school band type shit.
I did do high school band. I did high school band. I played snare though.
Oh.
I played snare and I played quads. Yep.
What's quads?
Quads is like the 4 toms.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's hard.
I played those. Yeah.
Was y'all like a battle of bands band? Or y'all was just like
when I was in middle school, I had a good friend of mine. Shout out to my girl Shay, man, longtime friend. She plays drums, man. I love her to death. She's from the hometown. We were both drummers, and so when we got in middle school, we didn't have like the marching band. You know, middle school don't have marching bands.
Right.
Or you know, the drummers, anything. But the teacher, Miss Smith, one of the most incredible band teachers. I love her to death, man. Like I learned a lot from her. But she let us. It was like the SMS marching band, but it was just the drum section. Yeah. So we would go to the football games for the middle school and play cadences, and we were the only band in the. We were the only high school in the or middle school rather that did that. So that was pretty cool. So that's kind of where I got my start with like playing the marching drums. And when I got in high school, I just kept doing it. I only did it for like a year though because marching band was corny in high school, man. Yeah. Like I'm in the country.
Yeah.
I'm in Cass, Cartersville.
Yeah.
They weren't having it. I remember actually having my dad go and talk to the band director about changing the music, or I was gonna quit. I quit.
Dang.
Because it was boring.
Oh.
It was your typical marching band music. Like it wasn't the stuff that you see down.
Yeah.
You feel me? I wanted to do that. I wanted to do that. all of that. Yeah. I wanted to do that. Yeah. And they weren't about to do that. It was corny, bro. It was corny.
I don't know what they were there. Flight of the Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Flight of the Bumblebee.
I don't want to play that. play that.
Flight of the Bumblebee.
We making all these whack formations, man. Like I was like, man,
that's funny.
I was like, nope, this ain't it. And that got me out. And that got me out of band, man.
That's hilarious.
That got me out of band. But I would play on piano for like it was a club and for black folk in the school called what was it, urban cultural heritage club. Yeah, it was like all the black people, basically all the black people in the school would get together and we would do stuff. So like little plays and throw skits and stuff. I would play for that. And yeah, man. But I always wanted to be a producer. I had a cousin who he's a rapper and he was so dope, man. Rico is so dope, man. He's all. But anyway, we would get together, bro. I had my first setup was a Roland JV 1080, I think it was. A 1080, a D50 keyboard, and a Lesis 8-track sequencer. All this is outboard gear. And I would do all of my tracks on that little thing, and then some kind of way plug it up to a regular tape player, go into the aux side of the tape player and record my beats onto tape. This was the way I was getting my tracks on tape.
Yeesh. I was like throwback.
Bruh, all the way throwback.
It's throwback.
I didn't even have an MPC at the time.
That's wild.
But I wish I had some of those beats. I lost a lot of that stuff. But.
Do you? I was gonna say, do you remember how? So like, I got a story for you. This is like one of those like overcoming type stories. So, because I want to ask you another question. But back when I was in college, how I started learning Pro Tools, how I started learning how to like do anything on the computer when it came to music. I did a stage play called Sex in the Sanctuary. Shout out to Lisa Davis, if I remember her correctly. She wrote the play. But anyway, Sex in the Sanctuary was the name of the play. I was in the stage play, and there was a keyboard player named Keith Rowell. And shout out to Keith. He was a keyboardist for the band that was playing. And me and him, he just took a liking to me, man. So I would just hit him up, and he told me he had Pro Tools, and I was like, yo, I'm trying to learn how to use Pro Tools. Like, I'll pay you to like pull up at your crib, use your Pro Tools for like an hour, 2 hours. Wow. And he was like, all right, damn, like if you that serious, like, yeah, all right. So I used to pay this man $50. I'd drive all the way from Huntsville, Texas to the north side of Houston, Texas, which is like 45 minutes to an hour. On a weekend, I'd drive all the way to his crib, pay him $50, hop on his Pro Tools for an hour, 2 hours, and drive right back, and just learn and just try to learn. And then I would keep coming, and then eventually he would just like show me stuff, and then he stopped charging me. Wow. And then he would just let me stay. He'd be like, bro, just do your thing, bro. Just work until you ready to go, dog. Like that kind of. So shout out to Keith, man. Like,
man, he gave you some needed time.
Yeah, he like for real. Like he ain't had to do that.
Showed you a lot of love.
You know, he showed me a lot of love.
Yeah,
showed me a lot of love early when I was still trying to figure it out, youngin' in this game.
That's crazy.
Do you remember the first song you ever produced?
Oh man, the first song, like not the first beat I made. You mean like the first full song?
Anything, like yeah, first full song, yeah.
Well, the first I guess album that I did would be, I can't remember the name of the first. I think it might have been named Signature, and it's by a guy by the name of Robbie Rivers, who is actually the guy who started me out, you know, playing on organ. He's a gospel singer. That was the first time I got to like, and I like the stuff, but man, when I go back and listen to it, I can't even lie, like my ears were so immature at the time in so many ways. Yeah. So, you know, I'm tearing it apart. You know, other people can listen to it now and might still like it, but you know, I like it, but definitely I'm hearing this, you know, the stuff I could have done better.
Yeah.
And I did this whole album, bro, on a Triton.
Right, on a Triton.
On a Triton. I don't, and it was.
Oh yeah,
that
yeah.
sequencer was.
Oh man, I remember Keith used to have a Triton. I think Keith had a Triton.
But to sequence on a keyboard, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you think about how easy it is on a.
Oh man, it's like that's and I think that's what makes us have the affinity to be able to do it. Like it's so easy to use the computer now because I remember them. I remember them days like sequencing shit on keyboards and shit like that. Like what?
I used to have to. My MPC was my brain when before software and stuff came around. Mm-hmm. The MPC was the brain. That's where everything went. I got a MIDI into the MPC to record the information into the MPC, but then I got to go back and press play and separate each sound and play it in real time to get it in the Pro Tools. Dog, you got SMPTE and time clock and all this stuff.
It's a process.
So when the computers and stuff, I was like, man, this is butter.
Yeah, it made it so much easier.
Yeah,
so much easier. And we're grateful because we needed it.
And then everybody that's not producers started producing.
Right. And then auto-tune, yeah.
You know.
Oh, Jesus. Now everybody can. Now you too can be a singer for the low price of.
I got a good question.
Yeah.
We talking about producers, and we talking about how when the whole computer age came along with music, how people that didn't really know music but had or felt they had some ears, now they starting to try to create music. What is a real producer to you?
Oh shit, I can tell you that. A producer is somebody. I think what we call a producer, people get it mixed up like between a beat maker. Mm-hmm. Like a beat maker is somebody who just make beats, and I'm not saying that to diminish what they do.
Nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that because beats. I mean, people make beats and the beats be hard. Like, I love it. Yeah. But I think, I know that a producer is somebody who is going to make a song a song. Yeah. That's why they call it record producer, because you are producing the record. Like, we need somebody who we have this singer or this artist, we have this beat. We need somebody to put this together and make it a song. And that's what a producer is to me. Yep. And that's what I consider myself. I consider myself a record producer. You come to me, you gonna get a song. And shit, you come to us, you gonna get a song.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And it's gonna make sense.
And it's gonna make sense for who you are as an artist and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? While we're up here shameless plugging like a motherfucker.
Yes, sir.
Listen to our music.
Listen.
And
do it.
And tap in with us.
It.
You know what I'm saying? Because we are musicians. We know we are on a podcast, but most podcasts are run by musicians or current, former, and sometimes future musicians. So we all out here getting to a bag one way or the other. God dang it.
So what do we talk about?
I know, right? Yo, I got a question. This is way off topic. How do you feel about what's going on in the news? Like, how do you feel about monkeypox, bro?
I don't want it.
I don't think anybody wants it.
I don't want it, man.
I don't think anybody wants it. Hell no.
I looked it up a little bit, but I can't even say that I'm that involved in it, man.
It's been around.
It's been around before.
Been around before. Like, this is not the first time.
It's been around before, but I think this is the biggest outbreak it's had thus far.
This is the biggest outbreak that Americans have ever seen before.
Yeah.
This is.
Yeah, there you go.
This is not.
There you go.
Shit.
There you have it.
To the majority of people who have been seeing monkeypox forever, they're like, yeah, you're gonna survive.
Nothing.
It's okay.
You're gonna be all right.
It sucks for a little while. Nobody wants it, but you will survive.
It's just
I don't want it. Of course, I don't want it, but there's worse things in life to get. So
it's just crazy to me that all this stuff it seems like it's all of a sudden coming back to back. You got COVID, and then you got these the variants, and
we going backwards,
and
bro.
Now this is happening.
We're going backwards.
And then Tedra, she sent us something about chickenpox coming. Like, what was it? Chickenpox coming back, or or throwback diseases coming back.
Chickenpox been around.
West Nile.
Chickenpox been around, but I mean, it's like when they say it's coming back. Like, where did it go?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
The breakouts.
Where did it go? You talk, like breakouts. Outbreaks and breakouts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
it hasn't gone anywhere. It's been around.
It's got
Or it's been chilling somewhere. We don't know where it's been chilling, but it's decided to come out.
Unless
for some reason.
I guess they could be dormant or something like that. But that's way above my pay grade. I don't know enough about that.
You may never know.
But what I would say, is I don't know. My theory is we're going backwards in time. The world was supposed to have ended. Matter of fact, it already ended. But we're living in the Mandela effect of that time.
The Mandela effect.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know. I'm just trying to get some people fired up.
Yo, so now let me because this might be a little random, but are we still doing our other segments?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Okay.
I got a freshly loaded Will's Word of the Day every day of the week.
Will's Word of the Day.
Yeah. But that's later. Man, somebody said something about Did you hear this shit? I don't know where this shit came from, but it was like, did you know that like the flavor of raspberry comes from beaver's booty?
I actually
Did you hear that shit?
I've actually heard that before.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
A long time ago, man. A long time ago, and I'm not sure how true it is, but I have heard it.
The taste, the flavor of a raspberry.
I feel like somebody told me that when they was telling me if you see something like when you see natural flavors on like candy and
that's
stuff
and
juices
about.
And stuff, that's what they're supposed to be talking
That's what they talk about.
That's why they call it natural because of where it comes from, because it is natural because it's an animal.
Damn.
Somebody did tell me that.
We just out here eating beaver. We just out here eating beaver booty juice. Beaver booty juiced fruit. They just getting fruit. They just be sending it to us with beaver booty.
My
and
question
all
is
kinds
why?
Of shit on
why do you have to take and use something like that? What's the point here? What is the point?
Dude, I don't get it. No, but you know what? In this country, one thing that I've noticed, because I'm married to a German, so she be putting me on all kinds of shit. And one of the things that she put me on is like she'll look at the ingredients on a bag of potato chips and be like, "What? Why is there so many ingredients? It's like 25 ingredients." And I'll be like, "Yo, like, what do you mean? That's supposed to be 25 ingredients."
Wow,
like,
man.
I'm confused.
So it's not like that.
She's like, "Nah, it's not. It should be 4. Like, it's potato chips. Why is it 18,000 ingredients? It's potatoes and salt, and that's it. Like, what else?" And then like her family would bring stuff over from Germany, like candy and chocolate and stuff like that. And by golly, she's right. Like, not only does it not have as many ingredients, it tastes way better. Like, way better. Like, I wouldn't be mad to give my child a whole bunch of candy if I'm giving her German candy. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Because one, it don't hard, like all that are artificial flavor. Like, candy is not supposed to be that bright, y'all.
Sweet. Yeah.
It's not supposed to be that sweet, and it ain't supposed to be that bright.
Yeah.
It's bright red. That's dye. They color in that. Why? Because they want to catch your eye. They don't care about your insides.
And that red 40 is supposed to be cancerous.
Bro, all that shit, everything cancerous, bro. So many carcinogens in what we eat in America. Why do you think we get more cancer than everybody else? It's just,
Pretty
it's
ridiculous.
like 1 + 1 = 2.
I saw something on online the other day where it was talking about bread that had been contaminated with that had traces of Roundup in it.
Oh yeah,
because I guess they're using the same manufacturers, the same
bro, it's
places
wild.
to do this stuff, and it's just like, man, y'all just.
I remember at one point they had a scandal about putting what is it, wood shavings into Parmesan cheese.
Whoa.
As a filler.
Wow.
To expand. What? Yeah, they stepping on the Parmesan, dog. They stepping on some hood shit. They stepping on the Parmesan with wood shavings. Oh my God. When I tell you Big Pharma, Big Food, all these motherfuckers out here, they are gangsters. They're gangsters, dog. This is some gangster shit. They stepping on it. And for y'all that don't know what I mean by stepping on, in the hood, when you have pure product, you know what I'm saying, that you can't, and you want to move it around, but you want to move it around, you want to move more of it around so that you can increase your profit margin. You step on it or you cut it with baking soda or something like that so that you can stretch it. Right? So that you can get more of it because it's pure. So the pureness should be able to mix it up a little bit and still get the same effect, but like stretch the product. Yeah. That's what the fuck the Parmesan business was doing. They was stepping on a goddamn Parmesan. So, and then when people be like, hey, you want some Parmesan? I'll be like, no, thank you. No, I don't want any. No, not unless it's freshly cut Parmesan in front of my face. I don't want any. Because you feeding me wood. I don't want it.
That's nuts, man.
That's nuts.
How can you not taste that?
You know what I'm saying? Because nuts come from wood. You get it from trees, which are made out of wood. Yeah, man, that's nuts. That's funny. No, but that's crazy. It's crazy how that works.
Have you heard about?
Yeah.
Have you heard about? What is this? California possibly being flooded over time. Have you heard anything about that?
California is going to crack and fall into the ocean the next 7.5 earthquake that hits. Man, it's all kinds of crazy stuff that people just don't have knowledge of. Or you know, like for y'all that don't know, I'm a huge nerd. Like I'm a big nerd. I know I seem like a big jock, but I'm also a big nerd.
Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with being smart.
You know, as much of a nerd as I am, as much of a jock as I am that much of a nerd. But I watch stuff like this and I pay attention to stuff like this all the time. What is it? The San Andreas Fault. You know, it's like holding on by a thread. You know what I'm saying? It's like holding on by a thread. They say like the next powerful earthquake, the next like anything like above like a 8, it's done. It's done.
So what exactly does that mean?
It will shatter the landmass, and break off. Like we will see like Pangea. We will see like I forget what they call that shit, but you know, like when the earth like
basically
tries
to
separate, and you know what I'm saying, we're gonna
floats into the ocean.
Yeah. And if imagine if there was like Los Angeles Island and that shit like breaks off and goes out in the ocean, you know what I'm saying? Because they're going to be surrounded by sharks and everything. Los Angeles going to turn into a floating brothel. That shit going to be wild. That shit going to be wild.
Whatever.
That shit going to be worse than Vegas, dog. It's gonna be. They're gonna be like, what what they say. Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Like
it's gonna stay in LA.
Really, what happens in LA stays in LA. You can't get off. You can't come back.
Right.
You get on a plane and get up out of here.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying? You get to scoot. Otherwise, you're gonna be stuck. And it's gonna be like broken and everything because of the earthquake. So it's gonna be like really on some like. It's gonna be like Mad Max.
Does it settle? Does it settle ever, or is it just gonna float in the ocean?
I don't know. Shit, I don't know. You have to talk to geologists. I don't know nothing about that shit. I just know that they say it's gonna break. And you know what else is wild? You know. Ooh man, this is crazy. You know, there's what's called super volcanoes. You ever heard of super volcanoes? No. So there's like super volcanoes out there in the world. Obviously they're not regular volcanoes. They're super volcanoes, like huge, like swaths, miles and miles, acres and acres.
Where are these things?
Oh, I'm going to tell you. Do you know that Yosemite Park, the whole park, is a super volcano?
And where is Yosemite?
It's in like, what is it, like Wyoming? It's like. Yeah, I think it's in like Wyoming.
The whole entire.
Yeah, the whole park. It's the biggest national park in the country. It's a fucking
volcano,
super volcano.
So if it ever erupts,
done. We're done. It's over. If you're anywhere close to it, it's done. I mean, and you can look this stuff up too. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm a little bit of a nerd, man. I've peeped this. I've did the research. They really
That's
believe
crazy, bro.
That, and it's proof because like Old Faithful is in Yosemite, right? Like Old Faithful, but people think of Yosemite, they think Old Faithful, but they forget that Old Faithful is just one geyser of many geysers that are over there. So the whole park is a boiling.
Yeah,
it's a boiling cesspool. Wow. Like, wow. And it could explode at any moment. And and here's the thing: they say that usually those kind of super volcanoes, they explode like every 30. I think they say 30,000 years or something like that. And like they say, it's been past 30,000 years. They said since the last one, it's like we're long overdue. Like they're like actively waiting on it. They're expecting it.
It's a matter of if.
Yeah.
Not when. If.
Hey, if you live anywhere in the Yosemite, nigga, run, nigga,
get out.
We live all the way over here in Atlanta, and they say we wouldn't feel the shock wave probably, but they say we would get ash.
Some ash. Wow.
Yeah. They said
that's
we would get ash.
Crazy. That's
they said the ash. Way. They said the ash would pretty much it would cover all of western United States.
Oh man.
But we would get a lot of the toxic fumes and some of the ash from all the way on the East Coast.
That's nuts.
All the way on the
That's
East
crazy.
Coast. It's wild.
That's crazy.
It's very interesting to think
super
that
volcano. I never heard of super volcanoes.
It's like people, people forget that we live in history.
Yeah. Everything didn't change just because we did. Like there's some things that still can happen.
Some of you guys will catch that. Yeah, we live inside of history. Like history is like happening like all the time around us. It's pretty wild.
It is.
Anyway, I think it's time for my word of the day here.
Oh. And now, it's time for Will's word of the day. What is the word of the day?
Man, today's word of the day is random as fuck.
What made you just pulled up your and just scrolled and then stopped?
I was just looking for a word today. I was just looking for one today, and I was like, hey, I don't want to do. But I feel like all the words, every word that I do, it always teaches something.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, yo, I gotta like write down all the words of the days and then like put out a book.
You're gonna put out a book of words of the day?
Will's book of the year. And it'll be like a word for every day of the year.
Are you gonna give them? It's gonna be your own dictionary, practically.
Basically, of just words that I want.
Could you get sued for that?
Who owns the words, T?
There you go.
Who owns words?
Who owns words is a really good question.
Who owns words?
Does somebody own them?
Shit, I need to trademark words. I need to trademark. I want to trademark. I wonder if somebody's tried that.
Don't talk about it. Somebody might go do it.
Do you think somebody's tried that?
We need to be
to
the first.
Trademark the English language.
That would be nice.
What if I trademark the whole language?
The government's not going to let you do it.
Yo, Klingon is probably trademarked.
Probably.
So you could trademark a language. Fuck.
Boom.
Whoa. Whoa. We're thinking now. Hold on, wait. What kind of language would you want to trademark? Yo, you can make money off words.
Yes,
shit.
Yes,
that's wild. Hey, you can't speak in my language. Yeah. What if I did that?
Yeah.
What if somebody did that? That sounds like a very Trumpian point of view.
Go for it, man. Go for it.
I feel like Trump would do something that should have trademarked the English language. Be like, you guys can't speak English.
What's the word?
Oh, shit. We'll be right back with the word of the day. So we back with the word of the day. Can I get a drum roll, please? Today's word is coruscate.
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 Okay.
Let's spell it. Coruscate. I picked this word because it sounds like chorus.
There you have it.
There you go. That's why. It's part of speech. It's a verb. It's part of speech is a verb. And it has only one meaning: of light, flash, or sparkle.
Sparkle.
Flash or sparkle.
Coruscate.
I can use it in a sentence. This new song. This new song sonically coruscates all over the goddamn place. All over my ears and everything.
Everywhere.
It's crazy.
Everywhere.
I love it. There we go. And today's word of the day is coruscate. So there, yeah, man. I like that. I'm gonna keep it. And if you don't like it,
that kind of flows into what you're listening to in the shower.
Oh man, I'm gonna be listening to water in the shower from now until next year, maybe. I'm sorry. I'm gonna shamelessly plug my music to you guys every single week. That's just
so you listen to water while you're in the water.
Yeah, all the time. Listen to it while you're skating in the water. Listen to it while you're making love in the water. Listen to it while you're drinking that holy water. You know what I'm saying?
All the waters.
All the waters. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the song is dope, man, if I must say so
man,
myself.
Thank you, dog. Thank you for the part that you
I'm
played in it, man. You helped me.
It's a banger, man.
Fucking fuck that up, man. You took it to the next level, dog. It's so amazing, man. I'm glad that we touched on it. We got to do some more stuff like that, Absolutely. Of course.
It's coming. Yeah. It's coming.
We're listening. We hear you. We know you guys like it, and we appreciate it. So we're gonna keep it going. We like the vibes too. So we appreciate the vibes
on all of your music platforms.
Every last one.
That's Will.
Hey. Every last one, Will with the exclamation, yes. W exclamation point LL. That's how you find it.
Co-produced by yours truly.
Hey, the master of disaster.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So what we got left? Is it my turn?
I think it's your turn.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Is it time? And now it's time for
TLee's teachable moment. Are we not doing fans questions today? Oh, we said we were going
to. Do you have any fan questions? Yeah. I don't have any fan questions.
I don't know. I don't have any fan questions either.
In that case, Aren't
we so organized and well put together?
Hey. Well, we had a little doozy.
Hey, it's all right.
But it's all good.
We can put it out there. Hey, man, we were supposed to. No, never mind.
It's no need. Man. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Leave it where it was.
Things happen, man. It's all good. It's all love.
Niggas!
Well, you know what? Look. In spite of us not having it all together, it goes perfect with my teachable moment.
Teach us, TLee.
Quality does not always equate to perfection.
Hey.
Just because things are not ace 100, like the best they can possibly be, like in everything we do, there's always room for growth. So it doesn't always mean that just because something isn't just right, just how you want it to be, that doesn't mean that it's not quality product or quality, whatever it is. It doesn't mean that. It just means that it can be better. Like you take a company, I was thinking about this. I thought about Apple. I said Apple comes out with some of the greatest technology, but guess what they do every couple of months? They put out a new operating system to fix all the bugs,
right,
the imperfections in their quality products.
Right.
So quality does not always equate to perfection. That's what we strive to. But don't think that what you have going on, don't think that the business that you want to start, don't think that those things are no good because they're not where you want them to be. It doesn't mean that your quality isn't there. It just means you have to cultivate it. Give it time to grow.
Real talk.
Yes, sir.
Real talk. Real talk. We out here, man. You know what time it is.
It's your boy Chill.
And it's your boy Will.
And this is the Pull Up Pod.
With Chill Will, yeah. Good God Almighty.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Anytime you want. And we ain't said this in a long time. We
haven't said it in a while.
Anytime you want.
Anytime you feel.
Pull up on Chill Will.
Hey.
Let's get it. See y'all next week.